Alright, we're finally to the point where we're ready to pull the engine out of this machine. So if you haven't seen the other videos, this machine's got a blown engine, and in the last few videos we just finished up building out another engine to replace the one that's in this machine. So we got to pull this one out, but the first step is to get the bulldozer situated in the orientation we want it to make our lives easier when we go to actually pull the engine out with our overhead lifting hoist. So you can see we have 3 floor jacks holding up the machine. So effectively right now it's on wheels. And then we're using these bottle jacks to push it around where we actually want it. Keep in mind that as the machine sits right now, it still weighs over 10,000 pounds.
Going. I would go so you're pointing straight this way. You're swinging it that way as you jack. Maybe I should go there.
Having a foot behind it helps a lot with not sliding out. Yeah.
We got a whole bunch of those jacks. I'll just do another jack on this side to keep it centered.
I mean, I prefer that it swings away from the wall. You get more room by the toolbox, it's better angle.
Okay, in the front arcade. You're fine. That really is a garbage jack.
Yep.
How do you make a jack so bad that Harbor Freight blows it out of the water? This silver jack. I think it's a car quest.
Yeah.
It's a piece of junk.
Are we far enough yet?
Yeah. I can stand in front of it here. I mean, you gotta squeeze a little bit. If you want to go farther, we can.
Yeah, I mean, we got more room back.
No, get back in the building. We don't need you wandering around outside. Come on. Come on. Yeah, stay inside.
You're up a lot?
Yeah.
So I could let this down?
Yeah.
Charlie, get out of here. Come on.
Okay, I got all the tippers. Is that enough?
Yeah. It'll follow.
Okay, we're good?
Yep. A little bit more.
Is that enough?
Yeah, go another inch or so. That's fine.
Does it say in the book how much this engine weighs complete?
Nah, maybe.
So we got a box or something?
Yeah, those
Put the
blue
ear-
boxes over here. Grab a couple.
Put all the air stuff. This should,
Huh? This thing's one unit, I think, isn't it? Here? So you gotta take...
pull this stuff off, it comes,
It should come right off. It's not bolted on anywhere else in there.
you don't have to take these off.
Alright, so here we got red
This is a thick red here. It's probably hot. White, probably ground. I think this is green. It's hard to tell, they're painted. I think the next one's green and the next one's blue. The blue one's pretty thick. And they go in order. Everyone's got a connection from the bottom up. This one looks like the other side of the terminal doesn't go to anything, which is odd, the green one, but it might be connected in another way. Let's get some paint off. I don't know if this thing is cooked or if it's striped. Top one might be black or blue. So there's either black or blue, green, white, red. That's the order from top to bottom. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna say purple. So top one's purple. The one under that is green. Should just get some lacquer thinner or something and try to get the paint off of this. White. And red. I don't know why red has this extra thing on here. I don't know if somebody put this to jumper power off of it, because I assume this is power. Well, this one's not a, it's a ring connector, it's not a one of those Y connectors. Is there anything else we have to do with the track?
You gotta weld the socket on, or sprocket.
Yeah.
Gonna rebuild the
Yeah,
hydraulic
track
changers. Might have to buy new cylinders.
At the front here, in the top of the front cover, the top bolt connects, it holds on a bracket for this conduit. So that's where that conduit's got to get mounted later. Hopefully this is the only other mount for this conduit.
I wouldn't throw all your mistakes.
I'm not. The mistakes are half the interesting parts of the video.
Yeah, it's true. It's the other people fucking care about. I'll give you a hand,
Yeah, I will in a sec. Do you know how that's connected? Disconnected in the front. I got some wiggle here.
Like 1 volt. But you got all the wires. You're gonna take the whole thing with
The wires are disconnected in the front.
Yeah.
I just want to move it enough so I can get this out.
we can loosen up here maybe. Yeah, loosen it up.
Gives me a little. That's plenty. I'm out. This is a hydraulic. Actually, this is a hydraulic linkage, not throttle.
That is. So that.
This is connected to this. And
I
this.
know what that is now, but that underneath you, it's a whole nother set of hydraulics.
This is a separate spool.
Must be for the back.
It's for what's in the back, yeah. It's not connected to anything up here. So, well, actually it is. So we gotta take these lines either off up here or right here.
You think the dash ready to come? Gurgling.
Yeah, I'm draining the hydraulic.
Alright, well, we got the...
This filter looks kind of nice. Oil looks nice.
Yeah, oil was fine in here. The first stuff that came out was kind of trashy, but cleaned up.
we got both both of the lifting cylinders disconnected. We got the dash almost entirely disconnected. I think we got to get the water line, or the water temperature gauge line, and the oil pressure gauge line disconnected. And some stuff in the front. I think that's
The
it.
fan has to come off. I think the whole water pump has to come off, that's it.
Really?
That's what it says in the book, I believe.
Looks like you got a foot this direction. If you take the dash off, you can move a foot. The fan has to come off because it's got to go into that bar.
We struggled to get that thing out of there. We were contemplating taking this off. Okay.
I bet you this would come off by hand if it wasn't covered in paint. I need a wrench because it's covered in paint. Oil pressure line's disconnected. I think this water line we just hooked up right here. Think that's what should come out, or there's a little thing here.
This is that small one's what's doing the packing, I believe. I think this is an adapter of sorts.
I should get the small one off.
I believe so, yeah.
I don't know, Tom. Do you have a 5/8 split wrench?
No. Let me see it. Actually, yeah, I think there is one in there.
There you go. I don't know if it's actually a line wrench, but it's got a line wrench end on it.
It's a bunch of paint away.
Is there a hammer over there?
Got a 15.
Yeah, very good line wrench. Doesn't come. It's like a chaser.
Well, it's bent anyway. It's not, it won't even. It just slipped right, I think.
Alright, we're switching gears a minute to work on getting the radiator fan and the water pump out. We got the fan bolts out, but it's very hard to get the fan off even after you do that. It's slowly coming though. We have that cardboard in there to protect the radiator fins from getting bumped by the fan.
Alright.
I kind of feel like we gotta take those bolts out now.
No, you gotta take the whole water pump off is what it says to do.
Well, we're never gonna be able to get the water pump out of there. You gotta take this off.
Says you can in the book. I don't think you take that off.
All that is a spacer, ain't it?
No, it's part of the housing.
What?
Like bearing and stuff and seals, like shaft.
Okay. I thought that was farther up this way, but yeah, you're right.
There's just a few bolts. This bolt. This one's already broke off for us, it looks like. Or it's not, maybe it's not there. They're over here.
And then 4 for the housing.
Okay.
There's one by the big was it outlet?
Yep. Okay.
And one opposite of it.
There's 2 over here on this side.
Oh, the bottom.
And then looks like this one goes through. And those other bolts are just flatheads that come through. Yeah. I'm just trying to count the number of holes because I can see the holes here.
Alright, well, we gotta take the water pump off. That went. Up.
Yep.
Waiting for it to stop. So, yeah. Be careful of this line. I can't take it out because, actually I might be able to if I can spin it all the way. The fitting on the end's just stuck on the, like it's seized on the line. Alright, I don't think it was recording.
Yeah.
We got the dash out. Alright, unfortunately we lost some footage there, but just a quick explanation of what we did. We have the radiator fan and the water pump completely disconnected, but they're still trapped in between the radiator, the engine, and the crossbar that the lift cylinders mount to. It looks like there's plenty of space behind the engine, so we decided we'll just pull the dash, and then we should be able to lift the engine and move it backwards as we lift, and then we should be able to get it out. Or at the very least be able to get the fan and water pump out, because the engine will then be out of the way.
So these gotta come out. That's sitting in there.
Those,
right? So,
these tabs have to come out, remember that.
oh, to get them out of the way.
Yeah,
Well, look at this thing.
that's welded on. See, this is the reason you can't get the water pump, you can't clear the fan with that arm in the way, because you can't get enough.
Right enough room in between.
Yeah.
Like 3 inches.
Yeah.
Need the heavy impact. Let's say smaller than this. It's an 1/8, probably an inch.
All right, the everything on the motor is disconnected. We're ready to lift it, but the way to lift this, there's a hole here that's threaded for lifting, and another one here.
The front motor mount bolts fit in those holes, so that's what we're going to use. But our spreader bar doesn't have holes big enough in it to put these bolts through, so we have to modify it. So that's the bar, and this is the modification. Thing is, I don't know, do you have a bolt this size? That's longer? So we just got it mocked up. We got that bolt through, and then we got this one just so we know where to put where this needs to be.
Hold your finger where you want it
What?
on that bar.
I marked it.
Over here.
I've done it. It's bolted to the bulldozer. Needs to be between those lines.
There. You slide it a little bit.
Yeah, I would slot it from, one line to the other. Fine, but take my time, I'll get there.
You want the center line on the line?
Probably good. I mean, I marked the outside. Those lines are the head of the bolt. So do it marked, so you should be fine now.
Everything good?
Yeah, I think so.
That water pump's just sitting there, so you gotta take a look. If the engine swings forward, it's gonna smash into the radiator.
So
Now just make sure that gap doesn't close up.
there's a mini gap there. Against it now.
Turn it up.
Wait a minute.
We just gotta wiggle the engine back a little bit if we can. This bolt's still connecting this, I think.
No.
3/4 inch
Wait,
connect.
this gotta come out. It's right here. Here it's gonna get bent out.
Yeah.
The pump is staying.
Take that. This is loose. You need to take that fitting off. That being said, there's bolts over here that we gotta take out. 3/4. Is your side plate completely detached over there? I got a bolt going through this plate into the side. Lock.
Need a 3/4. Three-quarter.
I heard you. Socket. Yeah, I thought they were.
No.
I got one in my hand. Wait. Anything else?
This one in. It's not spinning. It's just rattling with nothing going on. Yeah, ratchet again.
Change the mode, Tom.
Yeah. Gearbox is probably up.
Change the direction.
Are they guaranteed?
I mean,
Alright, so just the one bolt? The other ones are the cradle it sets on.
Yeah.
yeah, try to get the motor linked up if you can.
Move the frame back then. I can't move it.
What's your camera?
This gotta come back.
That's enough.
Alright, let's see what we got going.
It's moving back.
Falls on my head, isn't it? Alright, so wait a minute. No. You still got this thing.
Engine should be able to go back.
That
With that
big
giant bar.
back by the door again. Anyway,
It's,
oil pan's probably hitting the
yeah,
cross beam.
yeah.
You can get the bar between the.
It's a solid.
It was hard to lift the other one. We had less stuff on it. What about your side? Is that?
Yeah, alright.
There's nothing. We're good.
Water pump's in the way.
What do you mean?
In the way.
Well, they should take it out. You didn't take it out.
We got a little more clearance now. If we go back down with the engine, now there's back.
I haven't moved back hardly at all.
Alright, after a long time of trying to wrestle that motor out of there, we determined there's no way we're getting it off unless we take off more stuff. So right now Tom's trying to take off the lower radiator pipe. And we think once we have that off, the engine will clear everything and be able to be lifted out.
It's gonna need a wobble. They got a rubber skirt thing right in the way.
So you gonna try to do that without taking the frame shroud off?
Yeah, universal.
Yeah, I think if we just get this pipe off, we can make this. This is getting the one. I don't know how I'm gonna get the other one off. Yes. Now they got a piece of plate literally on the center line of bolt.
Alright, well Tom was eventually able to fight those bolts out and get that pipe off, but the engine still wouldn't come out.
So the book says take the fan and the water pump off. And we disconnected them, but they don't come out. So we're taking this big bar off. Because, and we tried lifting the motor and we couldn't lift it with that stuff there.
Alright, see what happens. We're off.
The other side's
The bolt.
The bolts are through, so they're holding it.
It ain't gonna go anywhere until we lift it.
Alright.
Get it going.
Yep.
Going.
Yep.
You want air or something?
Yep.
if you open the door, you probably can.
We can go out.
Oh, we got it.
I'll check greaser. Is that gonna get screwed up? Do you want to relieve that somehow?
Take it off.
This one too, probably. 7/16, I think. Here.
Yeah. Here it is.
That's what they are, right?
Yeah. Grease in there.
Ready me to take this one out?
You sit on top of the radiator.
Huh?
Yeah. You gotta roll one of the lights. It's black.
Ratchet strap it in place or something.
That's fine, that's enough. Need rags or something, this thing's too greasy.
Got it off. Now, what, can we do anything with this or?
You just hold it up and back. Push the thing back.
Oh, alright. Alright, wait a minute, we can probably get this out of here.
Can you tilt one or the other?
Yeah.
Separate them? Once they're separate, they'll come out easy. Or I guess they won't separate.
No, we won't. Okay, I got it. Hold on to the water pump, I can probably lift this off.
I wonder if we can put it on, bolt it on, slide it in here, lower it down.
Maybe. How much further back can we go?
We can go further.
Just move the crane. Move the
I don't think anything is.
pressure on the crane will move it back. We're on the oil.
The oil pan's got an angle, so is every inch we go up, we can probably go back an inch.
We have a dry rag.
This-
Another 6 inches or so. You think we can go forward?
Yeah, I don't know.
You got 2 inches to go up.
Can we go? We can't.
You can't go backwards.
There's no way to do
You're
that.
gonna hit this.
You just gotta keep going up and see what happens.
I'll just
We
go
only
up.
got 2 more inches.
We'll find out.
You're probably there.
Now you're starting to hit this thing.
No matter what we do, we just can't get this engine out. We're going to try to take off some more stuff in the front to give us some more clearance.
You gotta take the grill off, and that gives you access to a couple bolts to take this cover off. Then you can get to it.
Is that cover bent and that's the problem?
No, the mounting bracket's right here, and that's fine. It's just that it's real tall and right in the way. But the only way to get to those bolts is to take the grill off.
So we'll do that real quick off camera.
Okay, now the motor should come out. Probably. Hopefully. So we want to pull it ahead.
Yep. Yeah.
We gotta take this off.
I'm past over here.
We gotta take this off. I think it did say to take this off.
This is a hose.
Or the alternator.
It's cardboard with RTV. Just use way too much RTV.
Oh, you gotta have room to put it.
I'm clear over here. Might be able to turn it now.
No,
He's got another 2 inches up and then he can turn, right? You can swing over here.
once I get this above the fender.
Here we are. Looks like we're gonna go all the way around.
Well, you gotta go, the whole thing's gotta slide your way.
We can.
What do you need?
We're gonna set it down here and reposition
I
it.
think we're gonna go over there. Right?
Yeah.
Want to start walking it?
Yeah.
What are we gonna do with this grate?
I don't know. You can go, you can swing wide with
Pointed
it.
towards me. Oh, there's helping you.
Tractor. You can come over just a little bit.
Stop. Gotta go wide of that grate. How are you over there?
You gotta keep going just like I am.
Can you swing yours? You can't pivot and, you know, an arc?
Like this.
Yeah.
You gotta keep yours from moving.
Yeah, just go. You're good. Alright, we can go back now.
You gotta get your other wheel around that grate. Okay. Your way. Okay. You wanna, it's pretty far, get out of the way. We don't want to smash into the bridgeport though. it gonna fit there?
Barely.
We can go farther towards the Bridgeport.
Yeah, it's good.
A couple feet, a couple inches. Alright, that's it. Alright, just come straight down, yeah.
I wouldn't worry about setting it right down in that oil pan. It's busted. Anyway.
Okay. You just want this block in it?
Try that.
Oh, we finally got it out. Set down on some blocks, right on the pan there. So we got to make that engine look like this engine.
Mainly just the pumps, the two pumps and the clutch. We'll leave the generator off and figure out which one we're gonna do there. Start and go on.
Well, we got some room here. We can pick it up.
Yeah, but the starter,
Probably turn it 90 degrees. I think-
starter can go on after we get it in, right? That's an easy,
Yeah.
I wouldn't put the starter on this thing. I only put the stuff that's buried like that. This pump maybe,
I think that pump has to go on before the dash does the injection pump. So maybe we'll put it on now. It's easy to work on.
I'm saying we should turn this 90 degrees before we set it up, because there's not enough room on the front here.
Yep.
To work.
Yep.
And we gotta put the brackets on the front. I mean,
Yeah, I think we gotta take those brackets off and put on this one, because if I remember correctly, all the isolation stuff is shot on that other one.
that one seems tight.
I think that's preferable. The other one's,
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's tight is good.
yeah.
Okay.
Or I'll Google that part number and see if I can use a good one.
Derp was supposed to come today. He had to drop off some rentals this morning.
power wash this thing too.
Well, you can't get under the engine. Is that freeze plug just missing out of that head? It's supposed to be a freeze plug here. Or something. Or that's not connected. There's a freeze plug on this head. In that hole. Huh?
Two plugs in it.
I wonder if that guy put them in.
He may have. But, well, see, this has holes for it.
Yeah.
This isn't, so this is a later casting. That's got to be turbo related. Because that goes
Yeah.
in the intake. It's got to be turbo related.
Yeah. I mean, I think we really want to make that as complete. I mean, the starter, yeah, it doesn't have to go on because we'll notice if that's not on. But, like, I want to match that so that we don't forget anything, because we got the template right here. You know?
Yeah. No, I agree. I think we should pull that out as far as possible.
But that work's going to be for the next video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.